Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Monday morning, 24th, March 24th. How we doing today? Good to see you guys. We are relocated. back in the game. We're back, baby. We're back down in the southern part of the state and set up to rock and roll from here today and going forward. Got a chance to see my neighbor Jimmy yesterday, which was great. He's doing okay. We got to do some work on him and keep him trucking. So hopefully that'll go well. And just got to get through the next week or so. It's good to chat with him. We got out for a walk. Quad Pro joined us on Instagram. Good to see you. Let me see what's happening here. I got the live feed back up here in Studio B. We're in Studio C all week. C for camp. Yeah, good morning. Josh Baker, Roy Dahl, Jason Rector. Roy's on 9. But 9's abound today. I know what Dave Howard's going to check in with. He's going to give me that 9.5. Yeah, good to see you guys. Back here, I got things set back up, and I hadn't really knocked this down and moved it. So, mics and laptops and little board here and all the things. So hopefully it's working all right. And you guys can hear and see me, and it's less blurry than it was yesterday morning. But for the most part, working from a hotspot up there went pretty well. But I think we'll, as we spend more time up there, probably end up popping in Starlink. So we got some high speed. Geez, Dave's at 9 3/4 today. Good job, buddy. Really knocking it out of the park. Yeah, we'll probably do a better internet connection up there. We run off a generator, so as long as that's running, we'll have good internet. Good morning, Matt Moore. So, and we're getting fiber here. So they came around and installed the fiber stuff. So we're getting whatever it is, 2,000 gigawatts versus the 300 or 200 we have now. So uploading stuff to YouTube and videos and all that, and Riverside and podcasts and all the stuff that I do here that takes a fair amount of bandwidth. So good news is I'll be able to do more of it. Aren't you guys excited? Yes, mister. Matt Blood's here. He's an 8. It's good to have the Matts in the house. Has anybody seen Tolman yet? And thank you guys for sharing this stuff. I appreciate it. Guys, share it out. I have to wait until after to make it public for some reason, something to do with the streaming. Unless somebody's a real crackerjack at this stuff, that's what I have to do. So just give me 5 minutes after, and I'll just make sure it's public. So if you send it to someone like Jason did the other day, and they open it up, they can't see it because they're not a friend of mine. But if I know that, I'll send them a friend request, get them in the loop. So Josh Baker coming with a 65 on the sleep score. Anyone else care to take a stab at it? Coffee number 2.5. I had to freshen this one up here a little bit. I want to have a good tall cup, fresh cup going into the call. It just sets me off on the right foot. I'm rolling with the big cup today. That's left over from my camp stuff. I got my red one up there, camp cup up there. I like the Yetis. The Yetis are good. So it doesn't have to be a Yeti, but that stainless cup. Roy says 71. Fresh off a trip from camp, slept pretty good. With, I think, what is an all-time record for my history of 6 days here doing this, Bill Gustafson. Come on, man. 53. Got an 83 last night. I was a little bit shocked. I knew I slept pretty well, and I looked at it. It does make a difference. You can tell the difference, I mean. So it's up maybe once, letting the dog out. Rector with a 68-72. Matt Blood with the belief 88. I don't know if I've ever seen an 88, but Wendy can chime in here with what she got. It's probably over a 90. So is it a good morning or a good morning? Right? Yeah. We're at the age now, Dave, where we kind of sit on the edge of the bed, stand up, and see what hurts, right? Anyway, well, guys, for the last several days, I've been talking about what I call sales and influence, all right, and how we can be more influential in our sales and how we can just get better at it. It was kind of inspired by a comment by Jason Rector saying, hey, I really enjoy the sales stuff. Do more of that. So, yeah, 83, my man. So that's what we did. And this is day 10 of a series I put together to try to help you guys, help everybody, myself included, get better at the sales stuff. So this one, the last day here, and then we'll start on something else tomorrow. But I'm calling it the mindset of a sales champion. How to stay confident and resilient no matter what. And based on all the stuff that we've learned in the past several days, hopefully you've got a nugget or two. Yeah, Baker says Tolman's kicking the shit out of something right now. Yeah, you see that video of him hitting that heavy bag? Yeah, I'm good there. This double switch thing he did in midair. Nope, I'm out. Swap, whap, whap. He'll get you. So back to the matter at hand. You've got the techniques. We've talked about it. You know how to ask the right questions. We've talked about word tracks. You know how to overcome objections. You know how to close the deal. But if your mindset's not strong, none of that stuff that we've talked about in the last several days matters. Rachel says, appreciate your live sales talks. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment. And thank you for jumping on. So guys, in sales and in life, there's going to be rejection, right? Who hasn't been rejected? I mean, if you go through life with no rejection, good for you. But there's going to be slow weeks. There'll be the no-shows, the ghosting, hey, we're going to have a call on Thursday. Then you call, you got nothing, right? Those clients that say they're in, or they're thinking about it, or they're interested, they just need a little time. And then they back out, or they just, as I've said before, they go into that witness protection program. You can't find them. They're gone. But what separates the average salespeople from champions isn't skill. It's resilience, belief, and consistency. Mark says, less talk and more listening. Think of your customers' needs, wants, and that can open opportunities for you. Absolutely. And Mark, let's back up a bit. Mark made a great point. I don't think you were on the call yesterday, but you must have watched it or listened to it. Mark made a great point about when the call I did on body language. We talked all about our body language, but he said, make sure you're paying attention to the customer, the prospect's body language too. That can tell you a lot right off the bat. And I thought that was a great point, Mark. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you jumping in here and dropping your 27 years of experience in sales, sprinkling it around for the rest of us. So that's good stuff. So like I said, what separates the champions is that resilience, the belief, the consistency, the showing up every day, the not giving up. So today we're closing out this 10-day series, diving into what it takes to win mentally in sales over the long haul. Okay. Tony Robbins said success is 90% mindset and 10% mechanics. He's probably right. It's all literally all between your ears, so to speak. Guys, you can master every closing script in the world, but if you get discouraged after a couple of no's, you're going to get burnt out quick. You're done before you even start. The top 1% of performers have one thing in common. They don't ride the emotional roller coaster. They got thick skin. They stay steady, focused, and hungry. They don't take it personally, right? When somebody says no, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's just part of the process. Did you think, like if you went out and talked to 100 people and I asked you, do you think you'll get a couple of no's? Well, yeah, I'll get mostly no's. All right. Then we need to know how to process that and how to not take it personally and shift our perspective from, oh, they rejected me to maybe they weren't ready yet, or maybe I didn't communicate clearly enough. Maybe my pitch or my close was off. Here's what the champions do. They learn from every no. They learn from it. They analyze it. They ask themselves what they missed. What did I miss? What did I miss? Instead of what's wrong with me? I suck at sales. And then stay neutral. They stay neutral. They don't take highs too high or lows too low. They stay kind of in the middle. Shake it off. Get on to that next one. It reminds me of one of our coaches in high school basketball used to say, you got 30 minutes to celebrate the win or the loss. After that, we're focusing on the next game. You can do the same thing with sales. Cut it to 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. Back in the car or back on the phone or back to the next appointment and, back on the saddle. In confidence, guys, Confidence is a decision, not a feeling. You just don't kind of feel confident, right? You don't need to feel confident to act confident. So make sure that what you're projecting is confidence. Sales champions do these things. They prepare like the pros so they can perform like the pros. You know, if you want to do sales on the level of Michael Jordan's basketball ability, you better damn well do the things that he did, have the commitment level that he had, right? The champions use rituals before calls. Maybe they've got they've got music. They do, or maybe they just, they look in the mirror and smile. Whatever, regardless of the last outcome, they're like that closing pitcher in Major League Baseball. You have, or the place kicker, right? You have to have a really short memory for stuff like that, and then just get it. So, you ever heard that song by Kenny Rogers? I am the greatest. The kid's throwing the baseball up and down. Swings and he misses, and he swings and he misses. And the last time he swings and he misses, and he said, I am the greatest. He's saying that the whole time, but I didn't know I could pitch like that. So, guys, these people that have sales skills and success at the top level are not born with confidence. They manufacture it through repetition and focus. Rachel says, get really curious about the customer. The more you know, the better prepared you'll be. And the more people will like you. If you're genuine, absolutely. We're not being fake here, guys. If you have to fake it, you're going about it the wrong way. All right. The other thing is control what you can and just detach from what you can't. Here's some things you can control: your preparation, your attitude, the follow-up. We talked about follow-up, right? And lastly, your energy. You can always control your energy, your body language. Remember, sit up, Bob, right? You watch me over 5 minutes. I'll go like this. You'll see that top shelf. Then I'll go up. Right? We all battle with it. So here's some things you can't control. Excuse me. Can't control whether the client has money or not, or has money today. You can't control their internal fears or their timing even. Who knows? They might just be on the front end of gathering information. So the real sales professionals don't get rattled by what they can't control. They just double down on the things that they can. I'm warming up to that French roast. It's not too shabby. It's all right. Not bad. We're going to get through it. The other thing they do is they play the long game. They play the long game. They don't look at like, hey, I'm going to close every single call here. I'm going to close every single call. It's not all about that. Some calls are for just planting seeds. Some are for watering those seeds. And then finally, some are about harvesting. Okay? Build a pipeline mentality. Looks like I froze on my screen. I don't know if you guys see that or not. Maybe I'm still there. Oh well, we'll worry about it later. But they play the long game. All right. They build a pipeline mentality. Today's no could be next month's yes. The more people you talk to, the law of large numbers, as they say, right? Every quality conversation has some long-term value, right? It's maybe that you're needing to check in a month. They said, I'm not ready today, but I like what you got going on here. Would you call me back and whatever after the first of the year? Boom, put a note on your calendar, call them back. Champions don't chase. They lead with value and they play the long game. And they understand. They walk around and they're like, I'm going to eat next week. I'm going to eat next week if I don't make this sale. They want it, right? Let me ask you this. What usually throws off your confidence? Is it rejection? Is it the slow weeks? Or is it the self-doubt? Some of you guys that I coach one-on-one, we'll go through a period of time and I keep notes. And in my notes, I'll say leads are slow, leads are slow, leads are slow. And then bam, phone's blowing up. So it sometimes can be just a dip, right? Don't let that stuff define you. Don't let that stuff define you. And when it happens, control what you can control. What can you control? How many people you reach out to? Whether you're working harder than the other guy or not, right? Yeah. Good comments today, guys. Love it. So here's some action items, action steps. I've always got some. Do it like Mike, my friend and I would go to a triathlon when we first starting out. we'd be riding there. We would just be playing bangers the whole way there, right? All of our AC/DC stuff and just songs and laughing and just getting in a mode where we were going to dominate, or try to anyway, right? It was music. It was inspiration. It was helping us get motivated. Maybe it's breath work. Maybe it's a mantra. I'm a sales professional, whatever. Maybe it's just physical movement, how you walk. Build it and use it daily. Okay. Yeah. Lack of product knowledge. Yeah, for sure. My sales product often remarked that call was amazing. My response, that was fun. Have passion, and it no longer is a job but a love. That's right, Mark. And it can be fun. And you guys see Mark's found a way to kind of gamify it and just have a good time, rather than be like, I got to call this freaking guy. Right. So have that, pre-call confidence ritual if you need to. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just naturally confident. You ever wonder how those telemarketer guys just keep getting up off the floor? Like, I don't know, man. They get hung up on all night long, and maybe they connect with one here and there, but that's some next level, resilience, I would say. I would not want that job. So the other thing you can do is reframe your last no. Like, write down what you learned from it, and then what could you do differently next time? This is how you grow. And then you could do you could journal this prompt tonight, say before tomorrow, or maybe even before today. What would it look like if I approached sales like a professional athlete every single day? What would it look like if I approached sales like a professional athlete? Going hard. We're going hard in the paint, as Wendy says, right? Absolutely. So, guys, sales is a contact sport. If you don't think it is, wait till somebody steals a lead from you, or elbows you out, or is just pulling out of somebody's driveway when you pull in. You're going to get bumped, bruised, told no, lied to. But if you keep showing up with belief, consistency, and resiliency, you're going to win. You're going to win. Play that long game. The pros don't win because they never fail. They win because they keep swinging. They keep stepping up to the plate long after everybody else went home. They stay in the game. You bet, Mark. Thank you for your podcast, Facebook cast. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Mark, I'm having a good time. When I go up over the stairs, I do this down in my finished basement area, and I'll look at Wendy and go, that was a fun one. And I'm having a good time. So I hope you guys are getting something out of it as well. And it means a lot to me when somebody like you can jump on and bang around some things as well. Rachel says, and a great point, role play and practice. I've been talking about role playing the last several days, guys. It's not just lip service. And if you're, if it's uncomfortable, or you're embarrassed by it, or you don't want to be vulnerable, just do it with somebody in a closed environment. Just say, hey, would you listen to this pitch? Would you listen? Or do it in a video and then flip it around and watch it afterward, but figure it out. You got to do it. This stuff doesn't just happen, and it doesn't just become innate. All right. And remember, the pros just keep stepping up to the plate. They don't quit. They keep showing up, drip, 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 right? Just like a faucet, okay? James Clear, remember the stuff we said we talked about from James Clear several weeks ago? He said, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems and mindset. And I would add training to that, okay? Fall to your highest level of training. So work on it. If there's something I can do to help you, please let me know. But if you're not working on sales and you're burning leads because you're not doing the things that you need to do to get people's attention, to rise to the top, to be that, the preferred person that they spoke with, because most people will speak to more than one person, unless you're me. You're like, yeah, that's fine. I'll buy it. I'm a terrible consumer. Just keep working on it, guys. Keep showing up. If there's something I can help you with to get that champion mindset, hit me with a DM, shoot me a note. I'd love to work with a couple more people on the one-on-one. We're reworking our stuff here. So we got a website coming out, hopefully May 1st, and restructure programs a little bit, communities, all of that stuff. And couldn't be more fired up about it. And having sales calls all the time. Josh Baker says, learned a lot from my son. He would cold call 80 to 100 people per hour and grew thick skin. That's some next level thick skin right there. Yeah. If you can do that, man, I don't know that I could do that. I'd be gone by lunch. I'd be like, no, man, there's got to be an easier way. Even worse than that, it's got to be the door-to-door stuff, right? Like the young lady that stopped here to sell fiber, right? I'm like, when it was like a Sunday or a Saturday later in the day, she's, flat footing it out there selling fiber. Now she had something good to sell. Everybody wants it, right? And it was for less money than the competitor. So she was kind of being an order taker, but still a great way to work on your sales game. Good morning, Danielle. Yeah. Scale of 1 to 10. How are you doing today? Carmen is here. I almost said Carmela. Jeez. Yeah. Good stuff. I know I've missed a few comments and a few people. Mike Rudolph, good to see you. Checking in. Yeah. Wendy got a 90. I didn't know that. Oh, man. Yeah. She's sleeping good. She's like a corpse in there. Yeah. Just needs a little corner of the bed, a little corner of the pillow, and she's gone. It's funny. Usually the ride up to camp is like 237 miles. And in years past, I've just blown that out in 3.5 hours. But we were riding in the Jeep with 2 dogs, a medium-sized one and a small one, and all of our gear. And you put some weight in one of those things and they get a little floaty, So I was maybe topping out at about 70 yesterday coming home. And it took us over 4 hours to get home to Wendy. When we left, I go, this isn't taking 4 hours. Get ready. We want to get this done. And it just does. By the time you stop a couple times and with the dogs out and all that stuff, it takes 4 hours. But it was good. We enjoyed the week away. It's been a while since we were able to just step away and chill out. And it took me a few days to just wind down and relax and just kind of be up there and be chilling. So we enjoyed that. And it was fun, but back on full force now. And couldn't be more excited. Supposedly, I don't know if it feels like an April Fool's joke, but supposedly we're getting some snow today starting anytime in the next hour or so. And we're talking in the 5 to 7 inch range. So like that's whose idea of a sick joke is that? They already pulled out all the sticks for the plow, the markers in the driveway around here. So I don't know. Not good. Not good. Somebody, Mark said, I was selling to a VP for 8 years. The gent would never say a word during our appointment until last year when he decided to retire, but his ending comment was worth it. Yeah, throw that in there, Mark. The comments are probably a little bit slow. You can learn from you guys, and you can learn from everybody in this group. I mean, if you see names on here, these are a lot of the people on here are business owners, entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs, people that have started businesses and failed and opened new ones. There's somebody on here that I know that owns 4 businesses. So there are people on here that are doing things at a high level. So Rachel said, got snow late last night into today in Wisconsin. Yeah, we're over it. We're over it. One of my clients is in Wisconsin, and we joke all the time that their weather is about the same as here in Maine. We're over it too. Like, get on with it already. I love the 4 seasons, but if you just flip a switch, like, okay, it's winter's over, boom, spring. Spring's over, boom, summer. That kind of thing. It's the in between and the brownness of everything, and just like, come on, man. I don't want to be sitting here wondering, okay, maybe that was the last snowstorm. So maybe that was the last snowstorm. Yeah. So yeah, good stuff, guys. So we're going to take another direction tomorrow. Maybe we'll, dip our toe back into the warm and fuzzy stuff a little bit, or get into some of that, some of the more mindset related things like mental toughness or head trash or limiting beliefs, or self-worth, or those kinds of things that we like to hit inside the summit communities, and mix in some business as well. But if you like the sales stuff, I'll keep sprinkling that in. Do me a favor in this thread, either now or later today, just pop in one thing that you've picked up over the last 10 days. And I think what I'm going to do is take these last 10 videos and condense them into a workbook. And we'll have that available to you guys, just as, even if it's just prompts and kind of condensing these talks into something that you could flip through if you wanted to. Say, hey, what was that he was saying about objections, right? And just keep working on, give you guys a way to keep working on your game. So the gent would never say a word. Mark, what was the other part of that to last year when any comment was worth it? Mark, I didn't see another comment, but yeah, I'm not sure. So the comments are a little bit slow. So, and guys, if you have ideas of things that you'd like me to tackle, bring them on. Message me. All right. I was talking with Steve Rosenberg the other day. Steve's got a great group of business owners and tradesmen, and I'm doing some things to help him in his community, doing his daily sales accelerator, helping him out once or twice a week, and that's been a lot of fun. And he said to me the other day, so let me know how I can help you. You want me to jump on a call? So we're gonna take him up on that and bring him on some morning, and we'll kind of do a podcast format for you guys. And he's a wealth of knowledge on sales. He's had a big exit out of the Texas real estate market. At one time had the fastest growing real estate company in Texas. And he's an airline pilot. He flies the big birds over the pond, and just a cool dude, and somebody that's become a friend and a mentor, and I'm helping him, and he wants to help me. So you'll see some of him. And if you guys think I'm up in your business, you wait till you hear from him. And some of you guys on here know who he is. So Tolman, finally, where you been, dude? Just throwing spin kicks and breaking boards? Good to see you. Peter Christensen checking in with an 8 today. Yeah. What's going on for a Monday, guys? As my friend Dave Brackett says, don't hate on a Monday. Don't hate on a Monday. It's a great way to reset, restart, and get going. And you should have talk about I read a comment and it distracted me, but yeah, you should have your week built out. Sorry, momentary lapse of memory there. Have your week built out. Do that stuff on Sunday. Rachel says, have you talked about business prospecting? No, I haven't, but I can. Love to. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'll put that on for tomorrow. And Jason mentioned, maybe it wasn't Jason. I don't know who it was. How to utilize Chat GPT on a higher level. I'm using it every day. And hey, if I can figure it out, you guys can certainly benefit from it. I don't know it all, but I can share with you what I'm using it for and how it's benefiting me, both even in business and personally. So it's good stuff. So yeah, we'll do that, Rachel. I'll write that down. We'll dive into some prospecting stuff, and we'll have some fun with it. There's so much to talk about, so many ways to get better, so many things that we can key in on. So I appreciate you guys all hanging out. Thanks for checking in today on a Monday. Tolman, good to see you. You're going to have to watch on the rewind. At least we got all the mats here, right? So, and share it out, guys. Love to see some new people jump in. Love to grow this kind of morning community, morning meeting, if you will. If it's helping you kick off your day, then great. It won't always. There'll be some topics where you're like, that doesn't really apply to me. That's okay. Pass it on. Tony says, I don't even know what that is. All right. Well, you can thank Rachel later. We'll talk to you about that. Tony's like, hey, what's going on here? Somebody say my name. We'll get you going, buddy. So anyway, guys, I appreciate it. Matt Blood says, heading to New York for a certified tile installer test tomorrow. 7 guys testing. Yeah. If you guys need any knowledge about tile, Matt Blood is the one to talk to. I always enjoy seeing his stuff post up on Facebook because I know it's right and he does it right. And then I've sent him pictures of stuff that we've had done, and he's like, no, that's not how you do that. I'm like, oh, neat, super. So Matt brings some training to the tile industry, which is great. So yeah, good time with that. So good stuff. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna bug out. I appreciate you jumping on. Again, please share it. Just share it. Send it to, I challenge you all. Send it to one person or share it on your page. And right when we hang up, Wendy's going to flip it to make sure it's public and able to be viewed by anybody. We'll rock and roll. Build the beast. Tony says, anyone hitting the JLC show? Tony, you must be referring to JLC Live down in, is it Providence? That's actually where Matt Blood and I first started hanging out. We grabbed lunch together and been thick as thieves ever since. So that's a great show to go to. If you guys are going to JLC Live, pop it in the chat. Let Tony know. I'm sure you guys can connect. Rachel, you're in the flooring industry as well. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I don't know where you are in Wisconsin, but Luke and Nikki McGee are in Elkhorn area. I don't know like geographically where you're at, but they're great people and they have a electrical business there. So, oh, all right. Wendy took my advice. She said when I came down, I said, "What's your plan today?" She said, I'm gonna do all the posts. I'm gonna do the emails." And I said, "Well, it's gonna snow at noon at 10." She goes, "Yeah, but I get this stuff done." I go, "Do it after." I go, "It's not the end of the world. Go for a walk if you want." And I'm super glad she took me up on it. So he left without me though. That's all good. So she's doing well. Hey, week 9. Today's week. We started week 9 today on a Monday. So every Monday I've been just calling out the week. So she's got 8 weeks behind. We walked yesterday, and she really has to work on that gait. And there was an 8 millimeter difference in leg length and all that. So it's really been a lot of work for her and discouraging at times. So I've been trying to coach her up and keep her going and say, "Hey, listen, they told you it was a 3-month to a year recovery on this thing, and you're 2 months in, and both doctor appointments you've smashed them out of the park. So let's look at the facts, right?" So, you're in Sheboygan. All right. Kohler specifically. All right. I don't know where that is. I'll have to look. So cool. Guys, keep showing up. Keep showing up in your sales appointments. Don't take no for an answer. No might be just kind of might mean not right now. Keep digging. Keep peeling that onion back. Keep working on your craft. It's a game and it's a skill. You're always building, you'll never be finished. You just get a lot better than you are right now. So again, if there's any way I can help you, let me know. I'll pop the free 30-minute strategy call link in the chat, as they say, and take me up on it. I'm not going to just try to sell you a coaching the whole time. We might talk about it at the end if you want to. If not, that's okay. Still happy to sit on the phone with you for 30 minutes and have you say, "Hey, this is what I'm struggling with. What do you think?" So anyway, not that I know it all, because I don't, but I can be another set of eyes, so to speak, and somebody that doesn't have the emotional attachment to something you might be dealing with. Anyway, appreciate you guys. I'm out. Got stuff to do. Got to get a haircut today. Get a little slick haircut. So, all right, we'll see you guys later. Be good to somebody. Make somebody's day. All right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.